that, he would probably have a heart attack. Okay, that's still off. Okay, we are good. And this is good. And that is good. And this is even better. There we go. Now, thank you, ma'am, for doing that. So we's on what? What are we's on? There we go. All right. I knew that would take a spell. Muscle. Do muscles push or do muscles pull? Which is it? Pull only. They do not push. So to get this like this to push up, I've got to use what muscle there primarily? Right here. What's that one called? Triceps. To pull it down, I need. Okay, you getting the idea here? All right, so muscles don't push. Muscles only pull. So when I think about what they have as a general characteristic, they're fibrous, they contract. Underline that word. That's all they do. What pulls them out is an opposite muscle on the other side. Okay? They do not push, they only pull. That's it. So they contract and shorten. That's all. There are three kinds: skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. 40% of your weight is skeletal muscle, and 10% is smooth cardiac. Your body, 40% is muscle. Half of it is muscle. That kind of tells us things about it, I think, that we'd like to know. So muscle tissue, a little bit of information before we start. Let's look at just one. So it says here, makes the muscle attached to bone. And I've got a skeleton. When we bring out some other things for this, you'll see that, there are many attachments. It says that skeletal muscle is voluntary, meaning you decide, I want to move my finger like this right now. There are other muscles that we don't have that kind of control over, but these, the skeletal muscles, we do, okay? We have a voluntary control over conscious effort. The cells, the muscle fibers themselves, they're long and cylindrical. They're striated. Now that just means there's lines across, which I'll show you in a minute. And many nuclei. Now this is going to be kind of a weird thought for you based on your experience, but these are cells you cannot see the beginning and end of. So you can't tell where one starts and the other begin or and the other end. You just can't. It's impossible. So it looks like we kind of just sprinkled in some nuclei in there. Kind of some of them certain places and others in other places. You can't tell. So for that particular one, that's what makes this a little weird. Skeletal muscles contract only when they're stimulated by a nerve. So that's the only time they operate, and that's only way that they operate. It says they move your head, your trunk, and your limbs, and that's literally all skeletal muscle moves. As you look at the drawing the artist did for this, they did a great job doing it, and they did it 3D for you to understand. See the cylindrical nature of these right here? I was right. I'm right where we are, okay? So we're looking at this being a cylindrical, but that's how you see it. Look at the nuclei spread all over the place. And as you look at these, there's a fiber. These are the striations. Y'all see what I'm doing there? Yay? So we need to know striations, nuclei, and that's it, the muscle. So there's nothing really big and new there that you've got to kind of get, just striations. Now here, this is the Wheaton Academy one of them. And I get to tell you a story. See that name there? That's a company. Company name was Turtox, and for probably 100 or more years, they made slides for all over the world. I even have some slides that have other languages on them for all over the world. Big company, did it great. At first, you're probably not terribly impressed with this, but you can see striations, can't you? Yeah. So they did a great job, as I said, but then, and it was family owned, they got along so far. And then, of course, you guessed it, a brat in the family came along, was more interested in money than he was in quality workmanship. And the company bellied up in about the 1960s. So about the time I was getting into high school, Turtox belly up and was purchased by the #2 company of slide making called Ward's. The #1 was Sergeant Wells, but they were not anywhere near as the quality of Turtox. They were just making money well. It's mass produced and did. So Ward's bought it. And so as far as the department that made slides, they called their slides Ward's Turtox, which we have these two. We have the Ward's Turtox and the Turtox. Now look at that. You can see a hint, if you will, of striations every now and again, right? Anywhere near this, though, is not. Are you with me here? That's Turtox. And you get the idea, and really what happened as far as the company is concerned, they're still in production. I still buy slides from Ward's Turtox. But the people that were Turtox, that were the guys that were the engineers that made them, many of them retired when they got old. They attempted to share their understanding with those that worked for Ward's. But Ward's is a company trying to make a buck, not produce the most quality work possible. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying here? So you see their work, how it is. So Turtox is dead. There is no more Turtox. Ward's is still alive as far as the company is concerned, but many of those people that were on that have retired, and the quality has diminished precipitously. So now, as you look at these two, right here, there is one. You have 5 or 6 slides of Turtox, and you have the rest this. The other thing you got to contend with this is that when you cut muscle, you have some muscle fibers that run this way, some that run this way, some that run that way. So that when you knife cuts, you're going to see on your slide on low power, you're going to see some cross sections of these cylindrical pieces. You'll see oblique angles. You'll see longitudinal. You want longitudinal. That's what this is. So you're going to have to look around a bit before you finally arrive at, oh, yep, that's what I got. Or in this case, on this kind of a slide, I got what I want. These are longitudinal pieces. Notice here that I can find the fiber at the bottom of the slide and follow it all the way up. You won't be able to do that with some others. There are 2 kinds of slides in the tray. Good luck, do it.
Which one is the minute lab test? The Ward's or the Turtox?
Don't know. That's why you had no both.
The only 3 slides missing are all the stratified ones. So I don't know.
Stratified, squamous, stratified. That's skin. That would be skin in there.
Yes, no, I'm saying the 3 branches are stratified. I had it on a list.
Okay.
So it's just like stratified, wait, that's not stratified, columnar.
Yeah. Just simple cuboidal, and then, yeah, I get you. There's several we don't have in the book that we don't have.
Okay.
So that's good. Yep. Slides are in the back of the room. Bring your pictures up to me when you got it. Yeah. Take the pass, put it on your seat or your desk so I can see if there's fire. I know to send after you. Sure, good. Remember, it's not gonna leap out from the page. You've got to look under low power and find the longitudinal section. Then go to the next power and up. Very good. Very good. Make sure you get a Turtox and a Ward's Turtox picture. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I don't think that's the Turtox. No, I don't believe that is.
I have the Ward's Turtox on.
Oh, look at that. You can actually see a little bit of striation there too. Look at that. So, I believe that's your Ward's Turtox.
Look at the label on your.
Can you turn that up or something, or turn the light up? Yep, that's good. That's good.
Mr. Ellis,
That's good too. Yeah.
how do you know where the nuclei are?
Well, they're just going to be little round dots, depending. This is a Turtox, I can tell. On the Turtox one, you probably don't see as many nuclei. Well, you can see this pink little ones right there, as you can on the other.
So on the test, you'll have the pointer pointing to like a nuclei.
Or the striations. I think those are the only two that I can point to. Yeah, but I turned that light down. I can barely see what that is. Hey. Yes, ma'am. Okay, now there's a better spot on that slide. Find it. Yes. The part where the pointer is.
Yeah, not this part.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. But is that fine?
Yes. There's a better spot.
Okay.
Find a better spot. Look over the slide and find one where you just see the strands just going straight up and down. No, see, this looks so curvy. It's because it kind of chattered it like that. I don't know what it is. Look at the slide and see that should be
And
where
then the other one is just words. Oh.
It's just your top.
Same thing I'd say to you. You can still see the fibers that run, but in the spot you're at, they look kind of wavy. Find a spot where there's no waves, just straight fibers.
This one too, same thing.
Same thing for that. Okay. Yep, that's good. If you look, you'll find more than this, but that will do if that's the best you got on your slide.
Okay. So this is words Turtox, and then that one is just Turtox.
Okay, on the Turtox one, see how you can see them there easy, but right there in the middle, you don't know what's going on. You can find a better spot.
Okay.
Okay? Yes, sir. Find a better spot where you just see cylindrical fibers. None, it looks like they disappear and kind of wave. Okay. None of that. Straight fibers. Okay, that's okay.
This is the, if you zoom in, you can see it pretty well. That's the Turtox, whatever one.
Turtox boards.
Yeah, and then the Turtox.
Yeah, you could do better with that, but that'll do.
Yeah.
Wait. So, okay, this is the
Like
words
that.
Turtox one.
That'll do.
Then, I don't know which one this is. It's in-
I think it's the word Turtox.
This one, you think they're both the same?
I think they're both words Turtox. I don't think you've had a Turtox yet.
Is this good?
Yeah, we need to take.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
So these are all the nuclei, and then these like one with the stripe.
Yeah, striations.
Striations.
This one, I think is better.
I'll let you call that. I don't know. Yes, ma'am. Make sure you got 2 slides. That's a little. You got so much light. Can you get some of that light out of this? Much better.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I tried to find a better spot, but I think the lights just be weird. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Yes, you can. Take the pass, put it on your desk. Don't gotta wait till they come back. Make sure you give both Turtox and Turtox wards. Get them both.
Which one?
Good.
I could get.
Good. That's not bad.
Okay.
Good.
And then same, straight as second.
Good. Very good. Both of them. Yes, is Turtox, who's talking to me so I can look at you? Okay, yeah, what? I can't, Turtox. Same thing, striations, etc., but you want the longitudinal section. A good longitudinal section. As soon as you have that, how many have I not seen? Raise your hand if I have not seen yours. Okay, hustle it up. Yes, good, but I want to find a straight, this, I can see from the bottom to the top, one strand. Okay, there it looks like it dies out. That's good. Same thing to you. You want one section that's going to show the strands here. Look at mine right here. From bottom to top, I see one fiber.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying there?
okay.
What? Tell me, what do you think about this? Compared to. Yes, you got a line though. Here you
Oh,
go.
really?
Here's one. There you go.
I was just told that the lecture test is next Thursday.
Yes, and the lab test is Tuesday
I don't think I'll be
because of something.
here. I'm going home.
Oh, you're going hunting. Well, that's good. So what you'll do is, when you get back, we'll just work out what you're gonna do. All right?
Alright.
Good for you. What kind of hunting? What are you going after?
Southern Illinois about 4 hours.
So,
South here in Pana for whitetail deer.
very good. Very good. Good. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right, who's haven't I seen? Raise your hand if I have not approved yours. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, let's go to the next one here. Here we go. Next one's a little bit different. It's still muscle, but this time it's smooth muscle. Now, get this. Found in the walls of hollow internal organs. That would be your trachea, I'm sorry, not your trachea, your esophagus, your stomach, your intestines, ducts, tubes, all arteries, all veins, all those sorts of things. In other words, you have veins and arteries that will do this, that squeeze like this, or your stomach that literally churns, kind of goes, it's like somebody's got hands on the outside of it. But you can't say, well, stomach, let's contract. It ain't gonna happen because you don't have control over it. So that would be smooth muscle, okay? So it says name because it lacks striations. Cells are spindle-shaped with one central nucleus. They're involuntary, cannot be stimulated and contracted with conscious effort. Now, I want you to know what the artist did here that did, artists are good when they're good, they're horrible when they're horrible, but here, they're good. So by cylindrical, we mean we're kind of fat in the middle and we go skinny off to one way side and the other side. So that's a cylinder, cylindrical. So we look at this here and we say, look, and no striations. You also note that in the slide that we have in a second, I'll show you, but you can almost envision it because you see how that kind of came to a point and this is kind of coming to a point here, etc. You can see where one cell ends and the other begins with its nuclei. The slide that I have that you're going to be able to see is this one. The good part about this slide is that you can see here a little better how they're cylindrical in this, but we have the longitudinal section right next to the cross section. So now note here that we have some circles with these dots in them and some not. What are the dots? Nuclei. Look at my hand. So right here, where the cell, and I cut right through it right here through the nucleus, you'd see a circle with the nucleus in the middle of it, right? What if I cut there? Will you see a nucleus? Nucleus is right here. Will you see it if I cut here? No. So you won't see that all of these will be nucleated. That's because the knife missed the nucleus. Here I can see them because I cut through it longitudinally. Kind of hard to miss the nucleus. Y'all hear what I'm saying here? All right, so that's what you got. But now here's what's going to be the rough part of this one. I'm not going to tell you where it is at all. There's all kinds of tissue on this slide. You find this. Go. What's up? You got an epithelial in there, you got connective tissue holding it down to the muscle and the muscle going both ways. Find the muscle.
So there's a good chance I won't be here on Thursday.
What are we doing that day?
So
Oh, that's lecture test? No big deal.
would I be able
Just
to,
do it when you get back.
do you teach fourth period?
Yes.
Would I just be able to come here and grab the test? and show some?
Well, you got the longitudinal part. But you're missing the cross section. You got the longitudinal part, but you don't see the cross section. Same for you. Same for you.
Here's the list of all the points.
Great, thank you. You have on the bottom the longitudinal part, but I don't see this cross-sectional part here. I need them both. Oh, the boy has it. Attaboy. Yeah, she's got it too. We got a Wonder Woman and Wonder Man right here. Or is that Superman, Superwoman? I can't quite sure. Where are you in this one here? That's the longitudinal up there.
Yeah.
You need to find a spot where the longitudinal and the cross section are there together.
Oh, so this is not the cross section?
That's not. Yes, the place you're in, all of this is all the longitudinal. I don't see any cross section anywhere.
Is that not? Oh.
Got them both. Good job. Got them both. You're on the wrong side completely. Oh, that's really encouraging.
That's not even smooth muscle, so.
That's epithelial and connective. That's what you got.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
So you would just ask where the nuclei are and then where's the cross section
Yeah, so where's cross section?
here?
No, the top is longitudinal and the bottom is cross section.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yay,
And then the nuclei are all over.
in both, yeah.
And that's all you'd ask for this side? Okay, cool.
So,
Yes, sir, good shot. Good shot, very good. Yes, sir, good shot. Yes, sir, almost. I'm guessing the cross section's probably somewhere in there.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
All right.
Okay. Let's see what you got.
Is this it, or do I need to go walk?
I'm gonna take a stab and I'm gonna tell you that I think that the cross-sectional layer is there,
There, okay,
somewhere in there.
okay, thank you.
Get them both in there. Yes, ma'am. Good. Yes. Make sure you get the slides back. How many have not gotten approval from me? Raise your hand. Okay, keep going. Hustle it up, though. We got people waiting. Yes, ma'am. Very good. Hey, when does this bell ring? I can't remember. Muscle,
Yeah.
connected,
Okay.
cross section.
Stephen Father. All right.
Okay.
I'm just not seeing
You're-
defined.
Try, just go right where I just showed you. See if that helps. Yes.
Is
Good.
this the cross sectional here?
right there.
Yeah, and this
And
is
this is
the,
the long
okay.
side. Very good. You guys are really getting good at this, but it's happening on the last two slides. Takes a while, you know? Exactly.
This one?
Look at it just a second here. Come on. If I had to guess, I would tell you that your cross section's here somewhere. Okay?
What about that one?
Your cross section is there, right
Yeah,
there it
that's what it
is.
is. Okay.
Yep.
Right, yeah.
Get rid of that other one so you don't mess with it. Yes, very good. Good. You see it now, what I was saying?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
It wasn't as defined as the difference between the connective and the smooth tissue.
exactly, exactly, yeah.
Wasn't the same tissue.
Okay, who have I not approved? Okay, hustle, hustle. Hustly, hustly. When's the bell ring? 45? Is that right? Okay. We got time. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yep, you bet. All right. You're on the epithelial side. So this whole section, say this is the hunk that's on the slide. One side of it is got epithelial connective, and then it moves to muscle. Muscles separated into cross section and longitude. Look at it under low power, go to the side that has the muscle. It'll be real pinky. Okay? And it will look longitudinal. Most of it will look that way. I see some people just standing around. I think y'all have seats, right? Okay. Just want to be sure. I don't, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about, but be 6 feet apart. Is what? Yeah. That's important to know, ladies and gentlemen. You want to talk about that, you may talk about that anytime. Anytime. Look at her, look at me. She's like,
I'm like, Joe, like cooking
yeah.
it? I was like, it's Christmas cookies, and you're right.
Oh, that's the doe, the female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself.
I just knowing what it is.
Oh, come on. You'll contract people to wring the neck of chickens.
No, it's different. One time, we got served meat at a house.
Yeah. It was what? Goat's not bad meat.
It was really good. After I ate it, I was like, oh. Have you had cow tongue?
Say what?
Never.
Cow tongue, I've had it, didn't impress me.
In Nigeria, they love.
It was still a good meat. It just didn't impress me.
Do you eat liver?
No, never have, never will. Okay, who have I not seen? Raise your hand, not seen. Okay, here we go. We got 2 more slides left. Here's the next one. You look at this one, this is cardiac. Here. Found only in the heart. Here's how you're going to tell it from skeletal muscle. Underline, star, do something. Branching cells. Now, branching cells is a cool thing. Now, if this is, look at my tabletop. See my tabletop? If this tabletop were the plane you were focused on, are you with me here? Here's my fiber. They run together, but then they do this. They split, they fork, right? They branch. Watch. If it were like this, would you be able to see this one? No. If they were like this, would you see it? Yes. So many times what happens, what would it look like if it was like this? You'd see a fiber that ran along and all of a sudden this one would go out of view and then you'd see nothing. Right there on. Are you with me here? So you've got to understand what would it look like in 3D sliced and I only see 2D. What's it going to look like? So that's what you're going to be able to tell here. So it says here cells connected to each other with intercalated discs. Try as I may, I've gone to 2 different companies to make me some slides that show me these lousy intercalated discs. And I've got one slide out of 20 that I purchased that worked that I'll show you what it looks like. These are rare to find, apparently, to people to have it, but that's where they connect. It is involuntary. You cannot say, heart, stop. No, it won't work. So it is involuntary, okay? It is also somewhat striated. Well, gee, that sounds just like skeletal. Yes, it does. So what is the difference you're looking for? Branching. Y'all hear that there? Yay? Okay, let's see here. The artist did a good job here, I believe, again, in 3D especially, to try to show you. Look at the branching. These darker lines are intercalated discs. Look how frequently they appear. Yes, yes? There's an intercalated disc. There's another, there's another, there's another. These are like a bunch in a row there. There's a couple next to each other. There's one. See those? Yes, yes? Yours, we don't have that. But notice here, it looks just like what? Striated. Except you need to follow one. Let's see what happens. I follow this one, you go along, and it's gone. Where'd it go? Okay, well, let's try another one. Well, I see that this started here, but this went what? 2 ways, didn't it? See that there? We got fortunate and lucky there that I can see that branches. Y'all see what I'm saying there? Ours are, you can see there, and you can get lucky depending on where you're looking. But notice here, I can see these 2 were once one, they branched. I see one and it disappears. So you know what, you kind of see what it is. But you can also see the striations. Looks just like striated, or skeletal, I should say. So you have many nuclei, etc. Now, this is our WA slide and how it looks. Every now and I do not see one intercalated disc, but I think I have another slide. You do not need to look for it. Just one picture here will do you. See here? One there, one there. That's a good one. There's just 3 in a row. There's one right there. So this is one slide out of 20 I purchased. I looked all over the other 19. There wasn't any. I tossed them. So now here, go find them. You do not need to have this slide. It's not there. I pulled it from a lot. Get a picture that shows branching. Got to be longitudinal.
Those, what did you call those dashes?
Intercalated disc.
And that, is that the branching?
That's what initiates the branches and pulls one cell to another.
Michelle, I'm gonna go back.
Okay.
Is it okay if I quickly go ask Mr. Ellis? Is it okay if I go ask Mr. Ellis? a
Oh,
question?
yeah, you betcha.
Okay, thank you so much.
You need to also know that what I'm asking of you, my graduate program, I did at Northern, part of it there, classes with slides, even by halfway through the class, people could not do as well as you are right now. You need to know that that is a thing that marks you as students. You betcha. Pretty good, sir. Pretty good. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I have a question. The difference between this one. And this
Those, I can find a strand and follow it all the way across.
one. Okay.
I go back over here to this one. And I can start with one and then disappear before I get across.
And does the amount of white make a difference? Like
No.
this one, there's more like space and these seem to be closer to each
The
other.
white that you see there is probably just indicative of part of the heart they got.
Okay, so
And some of
would
that
look
white
at
is
that.
where this opened and you're looking right here.
Yeah,
Part of it.
okay, so these, I find one.
Oh,
And I can go.
some of them. Ma'am, what you got? Very good. Very good. Also, okay, now when you look at this here.
Yeah.
Look only at that part to the left of my finger.
Okay.
Okay, do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. Very good, excellent shot there, yeah. Very good, sir. Very good. Okay, now what you have are a lot of cross sections. Go back and find me a longitudinal one.
Is this wrong?
For what?
Because I mean, it doesn't look like anybody else's.
Yeah, that's not what we're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oopsies.
yeah. If you have to go to another slide. I don't know what you have.
Yeah, right. I was looking for those.
On low power, look all over. Find a longitudinal section. Yeah, that's good.
That is.
Yep. Very good. Very good.
Is this okay?
Yes, it is. Very good. Very good. You guys did well on that slide. Was he not there? Oh, he was there. Somebody bring. Yeah, right up.
Yes, okay.
Okay, raise your hand if you have not gotten my approval. Okay, good. Looks like I'm gonna get it done right now. Not bad. Pretty good. Oh, no, not very good. Those are cross sections. You want longitudinal ones.
Okay.
You'll see it. Look around on low power, you'll find it. Yeah,
Like,
What
is
you
it
got?
like those?
those are cross sections as well.
What about that one?
Cross sections as well.
I don't think my pile, I don't think I found like the smooth muscle cross section.
Say that one more
I
time.
don't think I found like the cross.
Show me the picture you have.
I have like a few.
You have a few showing the next one. Guy there. Yeah, I'll let you know it's there. Wait a second. I think you might have it. Yeah, you do. Longitudinal cross section. Okay. This is cardiac? Oh, yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, very good. Good. You have what is, no, I guess that'll do. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. What do you have, sir?
Cardiac muscle. Good.
Yep, that's good. That'll work.
I was once looking out, we were getting a couple notifications about recommendations, but since you already did my recommendation letter, you can just
From school?
from Hanukkah, but you don't need to worry about it.
Okay. So if
So
I
just
get something
ignore
that has your name for college,
Yeah, you can just ignore it.
Nuke.
Yes, because you already wrote the letter.
Thank you. You bet. When you hear from any of these schools, you make sure you let me know.
I will let you know. I don't think I'll hear back for a while because I'm applying PA, so I probably won't know
You're
till
applying.
early action, so I probably won't hear
Well,
until like,
Don't they tell you early then?
they tell you earlier, so it'll be like January, I think.
That's the,
I believe so, unless it's early December, but I'm not. So I'll let you know.
that'll do.
Thank you.
You bet. All right, let's get it together. I'm seeing people talking back there. Talking's good, but you guys are right next to each other. Gracious good night. Y'all heard of social distancing? No? You hadn't heard that yet? Okay. All right, let's get this last one. So we have here nervous tissues, brain, spinal cord, peripheral nerves. The thing you're looking at that's on the slide is going to be a neuron. So these, or nerve cells, they respond to certain types of environmental stimuli, changes by conducting electrical impulses to other neurons, muscles, and glands. Neurons have a unique cellular processes. They have the extensions called dendrites, which are many and numerous, and axons, which should be one. Okay. They coordinate, regulate body functions. Now, I think this is an example I think many of you can relate to, ladies especially. If I say, I would like you 4 or 5 ladies, etc., to coordinate a party, food and games and all that sort of stuff, what would you all do if I sent you in that room to figure it out? What would you do? Tell me how you plan a party. What would you say?
First you need food, drinks, and music, and then you actually need activities.
See, I didn't even think of music. There you go. See there?
Everything's under here.
But you know, food's gotta be. You can have all the rest of it, but
We would make it into
food, no party. That's what it is. Yeah. All right, y'all get that there? Coordinate means I got a lot of things I gotta pull together here and there and communicate to make that happen. Y'all see what I'm saying there? Yay? All right. Last thing here is to, you have these neuroglia. These are cells that basically support and nourish, communicate one to the other, what's going on, etc., and even sacrifice their own lives to save nerves from infection. Those sorts of things that they do. Now, here's the way your book sees it. You see on the left here, as I pointed these are all dendrites right here. This is the one axon, basically splits here. But note, this part can be anywhere from inches to feet long. All the way, say, from the brain to your toe would be 1. Are you with me here? So this is kind of a variable distance. And at first you might say, well, if all you see is this, how do you make the distinction? Well, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Depends. You gotta look around a bit. I saw some excellent pictures from the others. So apparently some of these slides are dad blame good in terms of what they found, what they looked at. The picture that you see there on the right from this company that pulled this off, whoever it was, you can see all these glial cells that are here, neuroglial cells that are here that nourish, that protect, etc. This cell. You can even see the nucleus and the nucleolus inside. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But you can see all the extensions, dendrites and axons in that picture. Here's a picture of one of ours right here. A little less distinct, but there's some in this new section. I bought some slides last year. Apparently, some really great shots of some. These are the neuroglial cells that are here. You can see that there's a nucleus, and you can even tell if you look carefully, you can see